quiet. Wanted to come out quietly. The rest of the family's sleeping. I'm not waiting for T-Rex to get up this morning because I have such a poor internet connection. I want to get this out before noon and have a fun day. We've got condensation. There was a lot of fog again last night, and it actually rained 0.01. Let's go down to the beach so I can make noise without the fear of waking people up. I can't tell you how many people might be sleeping within the earshot of me right now. Chase a sparrow down the road while we do it. Sparrows and air conditioners is all we can hear right now. Grateful for that. Big trucks go by early in the morning. Big trucks go by all the time, really, but especially early in the morning. Lots of interesting vehicles around here. Ready to go to the beach? Can catch a ride? It's all good. How functional is that drain? That's pretty funny. So this is the aquarium, open Monday to Friday, 10 to 4, Saturday 10 to 1. Maria Mitchell Association, and right adjacent to that, there's public access to the water. One thing you got to say about Nantucket is there are a lot of ways to access the water without somebody saying that you're on their land. Through the Poke, through the Rosa Ragusa, down to a little public area right here. Well, that's the town dock right there. You can see it goes out into the fog. Unlike yesterday's fog, we don't have 20,000 feet worth of more cloud over the top of it. So this is only the bottom few hundred feet of the atmosphere that has cloud in it. So that'll burn off, and then you have the smoke. Why don't we go right to North Hero, Vermont? Yesterday, Steve White, one of our college buddies. Sorry you missed the weekend, Steve, with the guys from Linden. Anyhow, he's got a cottage up here, and he says, the dock is underwater. Yeah, there's a dock right there, and he should be able to see Mount Mansfield, if not for the smoke. Very thick smoke. Now, that smoke looks like it's easing in Vermont. Here's the smoke forecast today. Concentrated in southern New England and in Maine, on the backside of a front, almost like a smoke front. There's the early sunrise shot from space this morning. You can see the convection that has moved offshore. There were more reports of flash flooding yesterday. This front is stalled at the south coast. It's lost its upper level support. So it's a pretty nice day for most of us. Well into the 80s, but this morning, the dew point, yes, 70 down here on Nantucket, but it's only 68 in Boston, and it's 61 in Jaffrey. So slightly less humid air is coming in here. Nice to have the dew point in the 60s and temperature in the 80s. Quite a nice day today in the Northeast. It is Wednesday. It's sailing day on Hingham Bay, Twilight Series. And for just 2 days after a new moon, it's the sturgeon moon, the tide is running pretty weak, and it's going to be bottoming out. So low tide at 7:30 tonight. I'd say it's going to be quite buggy. The surface of the water may look a little bit like this right here. The wind is going to be light and variable, and so I would almost guess that it's going to be a little bit southeast in one spot and a little bit northwest in another. Speeds of 2 to 6 miles per hour. Sorry about that. Be pretty buggy here on Nantucket. I'm going to go check out the surf today on the south side. I think that's our goal today. The visibility at the airport right now is 0, so the fast ferry or the ferries are the way to get back and forth when this fog is so dense. But the fog is going to burn off even at the south coast today. And 3 foot 8 seconds reported at the Stellwagen and Block Island buoys. So there's always a little bit of a swell here on the south side of Nantucket, south side of Rhode Island, south side, east side of Cape Cod. So there's a little surf. I know I haven't done too many surf reports. I haven't had the opportunity to get to the surf spots lately. I did have the opportunity to walk in this water, and you know how I am with my quahogs and clams, and I'll just tell you, right in front of that boat, there are a lot of quahogs. It's as dense as I've ever seen. Of course, it was a catch and release. Yeah, of course it was a catch and release. Same with the steamers. Yep, catch and release. So what's the weather going to do? We get today off. Tomorrow, the next front's approaching from the west. We're going to have, a Thursday warm front. That's different. Occluded low near Montreal. That's different. I'm being snarky right now. Another batch of pretty heavy rain is going to come in here. High pressure that goes right over us today. It's going to cause the wind to come in from the east a bit. So tomorrow, the wind from the east in Boston, from the south in New York City, and from the west in Syracuse, New York. That is low-level convergence. Also means cooler in Boston. Be warm and humid inland. And with that triple point low going right up the Connecticut River Valley tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow night, the clouds getting into the showers. Hello, I must be going. Fish just jumped out of the water when the horn went off. Minnow. We're going to have heavy rains come back on Friday. So today and tomorrow, mostly rain-free. The dew point's down in the 60s today, back up in the 70s by Friday. And it looks like Friday night, Saturday, upper level low is going to go over us. And we're going to have probably mostly dry Saturday, but clouds may be lingering and fog may be tough to burn off. And then on Saturday night, Sunday, the dew point is supposed to go back down to maybe in some cases near 60. Want to see something interesting? This spaghetti plot for the dew point from weather.us. You can see it's kind of... No, you can't see. It's too foggy. Beep that horn again. The dew point in some models goes down into the upper 50s on day 10, while the Euro is still in the lower 70s. But overall, most of the time, over the next 10 days, the dew point is cooler than 70 degrees in Boston. So baby steps. We're coming to the heart. Weir Lundstedt told us that July 19th is the peak of summer heat at Nashua, New Hampshire. And I don't think we've seen the peak of summer heat yet. If you look at the surface maps after the Friday rain, and you get some clearing Sunday, the next front comes in Tuesday with some more downpours, maybe without flooding on Tuesday. I think there is some flooding Friday. And then Wednesday, we're getting the high pressure to our south and a west wind. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think it's going to warm up next week to 90s, away from the shoreline especially, in central and southern New England before that next front next Friday. That looks like a serious front with some heavy rain near the Canadian border next Friday, if that's right, with some cool air in southeastern Canada. So the negative North Atlantic oscillation is releasing, and that should mean that, as Judah Cohen stated in his tweet last night or early this morning, that as we release that blocking in the North Atlantic, the heat should be able to escape the southwest, so be moderation with the heat in the southwest, and perhaps that heat spreads in our direction. The Euro is kind of interesting. If you look at the 14-day, it doesn't really show up. But on the 10-day, it shows us at about 95 degrees next Friday, Saturday. So I don't know what's up with that. But I'll take the over on the heat next week in the mid-90s. I think we're going to have a heat wave probably beginning about Wednesday or so. And also, I looked at the map in Hawaii. There's a tropical storm warning. Calvin, fairly weak tropical storm, is going to go pretty close to Hawaii over the next couple of days. And over the Atlantic Ocean, Dawn, tenacious tropical storm Dawn, doing a loop-de-doo out there. Dawn, send us a swell. You'd know it's a swell from Dawn if we got up to about 12 or 13 seconds. So keep an eye out for a 12 to 13 second 1 foot swell in the next couple of days. All right, pretty lazy day yesterday. Really poor Wi-Fi connection. I don't know when this is going to come out. So I'll leave you with my lazy activities. That fog and the clouds did burn off. Beautiful sunshine midday before the clouds kind of thickened up, while inland we were getting flash flooding around here. It was just a nice quiet evening. Grill 23 opened up a restaurant down here at the White Elephant. I never paid $100 for a piece of meat before. May never again, but once in a lifetime experience. You have to do it once in a while. It was really good. I'm going to have it for breakfast too. Talk to you tomorrow. I probably should have mentioned that dock on Lake Champlain is underwater because the lake level is about 6 feet above the average for July, up around 98 feet. Thanks for asking. Sorry I didn't mention that. Thanks, Whitey. The sun usually finds a way around here. Quite dense fog, but we had some convection go just east of the island earlier. Now it's just about 1 p.m. and another gorgeous day. Maybe better than they said, but certainly happy to see it. I highly recommend Epernay for your fine wines and liquors, and need to relax on your walk to Jetty's Beach or stock up on provisions, just don't expect any place quiet down here. One electric tool, one gas powered tool. Turned kind of gray, but still really nice. Some natural sunscreen. Nantucket Sound Breaker on the sandbar. So fun, so many generations of people here. I know I whined a little bit about coming down, but once you get here and you're at the beach, it's pretty good. Go out there, catch that wave.
Are there any other restaurants that you're thinking that you want to do? So you're 23.
There it is. Catch that wave. Other side of the island, there's probably some good waves. We'll check that out tomorrow. All right. Lazy day for sure. Not much sun, but enjoyable. You gonna catch a wave? He's waiting. I think he's gonna try. He's thinking about it. Let's get a really long board. Here we go. Story of our life. It always fades right when you think you might have a wave.